Hello everyone, welcome to the Fighting Conversation. I'm proudly sponsored by Trap Time Clothing, and today I'm with Ziggy Johnston and Mo Batista. Start off with you then, Mo. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Camp's pretty much been wrapped up a week early. Um, just looking very forward to this fight now, man. Super excited, really excited, bro.
So my first question for you, Mo, is what can we expect for fight week?
A lot of entertainment, a hell of a lot of entertainment. I am one half of the promo kings, and I've got to live up to that for every single fight. I've got crazy, crazy, crazy entrance planned. All of it has been edited, done, made by yours truly, Mo Batista. I have a very special guest that's going to be doing my ring walk. I've got loads of content coming out. I've got a day in the life, camp life sort of thing, which is like a mini documentary that I shot last week. When I'm not actually physically training in the gym, I'm constantly coming up with ideas of certain things to promote the fight. Ziggy's been great with the performance in terms of promoting as well. Obviously, he's a Misfits fighter, and I'm a future Misfits fighter as well. So we're just showing people, how things are done, and no doubt he's going to bring his A game in terms of performance as well as the promotion. So a lot is going to be coming the fans' way this coming week. A lot.
Over to you, Ziggy. How are you feeling also?
I feel good, and I also just finished up on camp earlier, like on today. So, so that I feel good. I feel very confident. It's the same way as freaking like Mo said. It's just that we're both gonna bring like the A game, and then I'm also like I'm bringing my friend over and stuff. Like he's an artist, so like he's gonna do my uh
Okay.
so that yeah like so that like he's gonna do my freaking like a walkout. So that I think that like Mo and I are just like bringing something like into the fans. Something new, you know something like just to keep this fight like on going and so that the fans can have an eye on it.
hmm So my question for you, Ziggy, is where do you think Mo goes if you get the win?
Where do I think that like Mo goes?
Yeah.
I believe that like Mo's gonna go to for like a Misfits. I don't understand the question.
Do you think, well, because I feel like if you want to get on Misfits, you need to like show that one, you can fight, and two, you need to have a bit of a following. But if
Um, I think that like well well if you watch his last fight he shows that he can fight and he says he says his freaking like on his brothers so they're both freaking like on promo like on Kings and they do a great job. Um, I think that I I personally think that freaking like Mo's already there. He's already got a name out there. Everybody knows who he is. Um, you know, like at the end of the day, win, like lose, draw. I want to see Mo succeed, and I know that he will. And yeah, I mean, that I see Mo doing on huge on things, and you know, um, I can't wait to see it.
hmm Same question for you, Mo. Where do you think Zach goes from here?
I think he's due back on Misfits, win, lose or draw. Because obviously he had short notice up against Sami Hamed. He still came. He tried his best. He's obviously very, very well known as well. He's got Orlando fashion shows calling him up to do walks and stuff like that. He's great at performing, promoting fights. Sorry, he's very consistent and he's dedicated to it all, not just the training, not just the fighting. He understands the side that the fans want to see as well. So I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope that he can reach whatever his goals are in life as a whole, not just boxing, because he is a good guy. I do respect him. We are going to talk a little bit of trash and stuff because it's the fight game. However,
Yeah.
I do wish him nothing but the success and anything that he wants to achieve. He can achieve it as anyone can. We just got to believe in ourselves.
So,
Absolutely.
question for you again, Mo. Who do you want next? Win, lose,
Who
or
do I want next? I'm working on something with a certain Misfits fighter in terms of we're looking at doing some tag team stuff. I genuinely do think he should be getting revealed on Unleashed as well. I do genuinely think that we're going to be unstoppable. So I'm multi-dimensional, bro. There's me. I've got Fez Batista with me. I've got loads of people around me that I'm very close with on the scene, and I'm looking at doing different things. And obviously, I'll be looking at defending my title again on Unleashed after June 7th, after I get this victory, this knockout victory. So whatever it is, people that want to call me out, as long as they're big names, they can entertain, they can promote, and they can fight. I'm more than happy to fight multiple times this year. I want a busy year this year. So whatever it is, whatever my calling is, I'm there, man. Salute. I live this life. I love this life. I wouldn't change it for nothing. So whoever, whatever, and also going to be plenty of different avenues that I'm going to be going down, not just me fighting. I'm going to be doing all sorts of different stuff, loads of stuff.
Who's your partner? You ought to say your partner for the
No, I'm not. I'm not saying it yet. It's a very, 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 very big name. But if people do fuck around, I may end up getting Fez Batista on board as well. So that's
Okay.
the clue. It's not Fez Batista that everyone's thinking. Who knows? We could end up doing a tag team. We'd have to sort out the weight because Fez is a little bit higher than me. But there's somebody else that's a very, very special big name that I'm working with.
Same question for you, Ziggy. Is there anyone that you want next?
I want to fight freaking like the Wood Savage.
I thought you wanted Fez. I thought you wanted to call out Fez.
I do want Fez to. Hold on. I want Fez to, but you know that I know that
Go for Dawood, bro. It'd be better for you. It's a safer fight.
I know that like Mams like on Taylor like mentioned that friggin' like that friggin' like the Wood Savage kid. I think that would be a very good fight after fighting Sammy. Fez I do want to fight. I want Fez. I think he is very like talented. He's the same way as like bringing like a Mo. That he's gonna bring that spark and that entertainment. That like Fez is like just like freaking Mo. Especially in the during like a media scene, like the day like kicked my ass in the stories, like I ain't gonna lie, but it was funny too, like I can get angry and all this, but it was fucking like funny too, that you just gotta laugh. I would say those two. I know that like when Speed Star is like reached out, that we'll see what that is, but same way, like, that I want to win the title, like, that it's my second, like, on title fight. It's going to be tough, like, I'm not going to take, like, nothing away from Mo, but, like, he's very fast, he's very young, that he's been in the game, that he understands the game, that it's been a long freaking, like, on camp, so that we'll see, but I want to fight also, same as like Mo, like, that I want to fight like more than friggin', like once, like I want to fight, like, 3 to 4 times.
Yeah. So if a fight with you and Fez does happen, what would be the outcome of that?
I don't know. I can't, they, that I don't know what like Fez is going like to bring, like I know that he's like training his ass off, the same as like Mo. That you have to see, but that I have to fight with Mo first, and then I have to look after that, but I can't look past Mo at all. Like,
Yeah.
because if I like freaking like I'll do that, I'm gonna get caught, and I don't need that.
Mm-hmm. This is a question for both. Would you both do a tag team together?
A tag team on the same team. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? After I knock him out, he might want to come and do a little training camp with me, and we end up having great chemistry, and he can turn into a knockout eyes just like Mo Batista. So I'd be happy to help him after I school him come June 7th. But I'm down for that. But he has to come here, and he has to unless I go to Pensacola and start training in Roy's gym. But that's a whole nother story in itself. But look, like I said, I'm multidimensional, man. Who knows? Who knows if he wants me to do the Orlando Fashion Walk or something like that? Then I can come through. I can get my drip on. I can make my own Fez Batista, Mo Batista version of the shades. I could come through and we can get some money. And as long as that's there, I'm down for anything, Ziggy. You know that, bro. It's all love. It's all love and games, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, well, definitely. Yeah. I mean, like, we're both, like, freaking like looking for the knockout. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, if it was ever offered, yeah, like, that I would do it. Like, that just because like, we go back and forth, like, it doesn't mean, like, that I don't like freaking like a Mo. Like, somebody asked me if I didn't like fucking Fez, and they're like, "Why are you sharing this shit?" And I was like, I seriously, like, do not have nothing like us against Mo and freaking like on Fez. So, you know, at the end of the day, even though that, like, Mo and I are like fighting and like I'm going at each other on social media,
Mhm.
it's still a like support game, and I think that's what people like forget about. I just like, just because like, we're gonna punch each other on Saturday night doesn't mean, like, that I don't support somebody and stuff like that. I mean, you know, I I like truly like believe if I like, if we're gonna like land the freaking like a hook, like, then we will see what the Mo does. But, like, that I know that Mo's got power, like, that I know that he's got speed. I saw it in his fight, um, and I have to respect that. So so I'm definitely, like, looking for the knockout too. But you know, I I gotta be like careful, that like Mo's fast. So so I have to stay tight and, like, that I have to, play friggin' like on defense too, that this kid's like fast. So, that I've known that like I'm always been like training hard and, but, at the end of the day, I'm going to throw, like with him. And, I said it, like, that it's not going to be like a 20M row. It's like, that you're going to have to kill me.
Mhm.
Like, that I'm not going to go down. Like, if I go down, like, then I'm getting back up. But every single fighter has a different power and stuff. Like, I can't say that like Mo doesn't have power to Sammy. I can't say like that he's not faster than Sammy because I haven't fought Mo. Like, that I've just like seen him fight, and I was only for like minute 20, 29, like minute 30, something like that. He's very freaking like precise. Um, as soon as he sees like on blood, like on then he like on goes. So I mean, you just gotta get him out of his game. You gotta get him like frustrated. Like he's very like minded. Like that I've broken him down. And I have nothing but freaking like respect for his game. So that we will see Saturday night.
All right, Mo, question for you. What prediction do you have for your fight?
It all depends on how much of a risk Ziggy's willing to take. I mean, he's the bigger man. If he wants to come forward, try to land a big shot. I'm hoping he lands a big shot because people are saying he's got a dangerous hook. Are you going to be able to take it? You've not actually been tested because there's still an element of mystery around me. Can he take shots? Can he fight on the back foot? Can he fight against pressure fighters? Because as far as I was aware, when I took the Rose fight, my first fight, he was a pressure fighter. He comes forward. He fought yesterday and he fought 5 rounds of pure war
Mhm.
against a guy that actually weighed more than me. But I ended that real quick. So it all depends on what kind of Ziggy turns up on the night because I'm prepared for everything. So he can come brawling, he can play defensive, he can do whatever he wants. I do hope for his sake that does, even from the fans' perspective, because I know I can take a shot, but I kind of want him to land a little bit of something, just so that people can see that I'm not fazed by it, and that I will weather the storm. So I'm just hoping it's a fan-friendly fight. I'm entertaining. I come in. I don't really wait about too much. I'm gonna just do my thing. I'm gonna enjoy it. The crowd is gonna be crammed in. It's going to be electric. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's the co-main event, so shout out to me and Ziggy for putting on a co-main event that is literally going to be absolutely presidential. So at the end of the day, my prediction is I get a knockout. Long story short, I will stop Ziggy Johnson. I will make it look convincing. I've trained incredibly hard, which is why now I can rest, relax, whatever. I don't have to worry about weight. I'm eating good. I'm eating lamb chops. I'm eating steak and potatoes, baby. I'm doing whatever I want, man. I'm chilling, but I'm just looking forward to putting on a hell of a show with my man Ziggy. I do have respect for him. I do like him a lot. He's a very nice, respectful guy. However, me and him are both aware it's the fight game. The
Yeah.
fans that are coming, There's a lot of fans that are going to be there. They're paying their hard-earned money to watch me and him fuck each other up respectfully. And you know what? They're going to get their money's worth. I promise you that. And ultimately, as long as they get that and they're happy and they're cheering for the winner or whatever, well, both of us ideally, I'm going to be saluting. I'm happy with that.
Same question for you, Ziggy. What's a prediction for the fight?
Oh man, it's the same way. Look, that I want to freaking knock him out and stuff. But but it's for the fans. It's for that everybody that's showing up, and like the same thing with Mo. Like he's done a great job with the promo thing. That I've learned a lot from him, for sure. He's definitely a great guy. That I respect him fully, and I know that I'm going to get the best of him. And I'm going to get that A game from him, and he has trained very very hard, and he is coming up in weight. So I definitely freaking respect him for that. He doesn't have to do any of that, but he is. That some people won't. I'm the same, that I want to show, that I can take his shots, that I want to show that I'm better than freaking, that his last, guy that he fought. At the end of the day, that we're looking for the knockout. So when someone's going to get it, I do not see this fight going all 5 rounds, and that's another thing, a shout out to Mo for that. Everybody's fighting freaking three rounds, and we're fighting 5. So do I think it's gonna go 5? No, I do not. I mean, I want to beat his minute 30 things, so I want to do that. But at the end of the day, that I have respect for him, and if he does end up winning the fight, that I'll still. And that I'll buy him a fucking beer, at the end of the day, it's just a respect sport. I think that people don't see that, that we're putting our freaking, our freaking bodies are on the line, our freaking lives are on the line. At the end of the day, that I want that title, freaking really, really bad, that I'm up in age. So this could be my last shot at a title. It might be, but I'm just looking for a fun, exciting fight, and I want to knock out too. And I feel like if I can get that hook and I land it, but I don't know how his chin is, so I could land it and he could just stare at me. It's just it.
I'm not gonna stare at you. I'm gonna punch you back.
Well,
it's not a stare down contest, bro. It's a fight, so expect some heat coming your way, bro. A lot of heat.
Well, you know what I mean,
Death Valley heat, bro. I'm coming for you.
If I land it and it doesn't phase you, then when Sammy had his look and then he started fucking firing back. I mean, that I know that you're gonna fire back.
You had no notice for that fight. You had no notice. We've got 12 weeks. It's your way. You can have a few days to climatize here as well. So I'm trying to make it as neutral as possible. 12 weeks is plenty of time, so I think I'm expecting the best Ziggy Johnston. I'm not watching the Sami Hamed fight and thinking that's the Ziggy that's going to turn up, because I know you're better than that. I know how you train at 4 or 5 in the morning. A motherfucker's got to be hungry and want it if he's waking up at that time to go to the gym to train on top of his other stuff that he's doing. So I'm not taking you lightly. I'm not judging you off that Sami Hamed fight. No way. I'd be a fool if I did that, because I know you're going to come swinging. I'm going to come
swinging, yeah, that yeah, man, that I feel that I have to do everything that I can, to you, that you train hard, you focus hard, that we've brought in, these young kids trying to mimic you and your speed and everything, and
that's something that's very, 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 very difficult, damn near impossible to do, bro. Based off of my M Rose fight, because I don't actually fight like that M Rose fight. I can assure you that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that you don't, but we had to bring in, that I had to bring in younger kids at 20, 21 years old, like, so that's going to push the pace and stuff. And they're young and, energetic.
See,
at
least you could do that, bro. At least you could get 20, 22-year-olds and stuff. I couldn't find nobody that's over 40 years old to come and spar and fight me, bro. I've been training with the younger guys as well, so it's very hard to find a 41-year-old that wants to take a beating from Mo Batista. But I get what you're saying. I get the logic. I get the logic.
Yeah, so that we had to change in that aspect, like, because I knew that I had to bring in like younger people, like, because you just have that, energy, like, that you have that freaking like cardio, where that you can keep going and going and going, and I had to see it, and I had to see it for 5-6 rounds all the time, and then I could really see what they bring, and but like they don't fight like you, Mo, and I can't say that they're you because they're not, but I had to get the cardio aspect of them being young and being in shape, and like, that I'm in shape, but I needed that like younger like generation with, like with their youth and stuff, like it's just a lot different, as in the skills and in the body, and age like does play factors, and so I feel very like I'm good, like I'm going through the rounds with them. I mean, at first it sucked because they're just fucking like freaking like lightning, like fast, and they're like landing shots, and you're throwing punches, and they're fucking like dodging them. You're like, fuck, man, like, but you gotta be smarter, and that's what we did, and so I feel very, very good. I feel confident, and I just want to get like through the freaking week, and I just want to get to the weigh-ins, like weigh in, and then just get ready for Saturday night, just in the co-main event, like for these fans, and like for the bringing, promotion, and just have a blast over there.
I just want to say this Zoom call's got 9 minutes left. So,
okay.
You both said you want a knockout. Which round do you both want to get the knockout?
Second.
Okay.
Second round.
First round.
Second round. That's interesting.
I'm a knockout artist, man. I'm a knockout artist. It's going to be interesting, though, how in 10-ounce gloves my punch power holds up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been sparring in winnings 14s and 16s, which are known to be protective gloves. Winnings, they're extra cushioned, and I've stopped my sparring partners on way more than one occasion, and they're much heavier than me. So it's going to be interesting to see how tough Ziggy Johnston is after a 12-week training camp, not a 1.5-week training camp, a 12-week training camp. So listen, I've assured everyone leading up to this fight, and I mean it, I'll look you dead in the eye. I am coming for a first round knockout stoppage. I want that belt. I'm taking it back to Huddersfield, where I'm from. And that's the game plan, man. At the end of the day, if it comes to it and it does go a little bit longer, it's cool, man. I know this guy's going to probably be on his bike for the first, minute and a half. And then he'll probably fall asleep and I knock him out just after that, because he'll be like, I'm better than them. Rosa lasted longer than Mo Batista. But I'm not really hanging around, man. I want to go party after the fight, man. I've trained way too hard, bro. And I will buy you a drink after. I don't drink, but I'm more than happy to buy you a drink, beer, whatever you drink. And we're cool, bro. I'll let you hold the belt. I'll let you get a little feel of it. Just know I ain't flying with you back to Orlando for that fashion show, unfortunately. It's coming up north, about 2 hours up north to Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. Let's go. First round knockout. Bap. You done.
Whatever happens, is there going to be a rematch?
No, I don't think so. I think that we'll go in different, or like, I think that Mo will go back down to his weight class, and then he'll dominate that weight class.
Okay.
Unless it's a close fight, unless it's a controversial fight, or something weird happens, because anything can happen in the ring. I don't think it will.
Right.
But we can always, if the fans want it, listen, it could be a first round knockout, but if the fans say, we want it again, like people are saying to me about my previous opponent, he's on a win streak, whatever, fight him again. If the people demand it, then heck, I'll even come out to America, or he's more than welcome to come back here. I know he loves the UK, and he can get the ass whooped for the second time. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. I don't think it's going to be a rematch, but I don't care. I'll just start camp at a heavier weight or whatever. But I'm still coming in my natural weight, so
Right.
I'm not coming up to actually 147. 150 is the cap actually. So
150.
so you make sure, Ziggy Johnston, you stay on that treadmill. You shouldn't be in the car. You should be walking or you should be jogging everywhere. Make sure you make weight, buddy. Otherwise, you're going to be thrown in that sauna like Chris Eubank did. But unfortunately, you ain't going to fight like no Chris Eubank. So make sure that you come in on weight, just like you did for the
I
Sami
will.
Hamed fight, because I know you get a little emotional about that. You've had 12 weeks.
I'm getting
Come in
emotional.
at
I just-
150 or under. 150 or
And,
under, and the fight is on. You get smoked, and then you go and to the ICU in Wolverhampton somewhere. That's it,
Plus,
and that's done. So I don't think there's going to be no rematch, bro.
my last question before we wrap this up is, can we see a handshake after the fight?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
No,
Can expect that.
it's never going to be. No, there's definitely going to be love after the fight, but before then, bro, it's wartime. We're going in there to
War.
cause harm. So after the fight, you're damn right. There's going to be respect, because I've always said it. Trash talking aside, I do like Ziggy. I think he's a good guy. He's a very respectful, genuine, humble human being, and I salute him for that. After the fight, of course, we've just literally said it. You know, if he wants a beer, I'll buy him one. Whatever. It's cool. We can go to the after party. I don't know, whatever. Go for food, get some good, UK food. It's love, it's respect. But
I can
literally,
expect there would be a handshake just from the way you guys have been on the sim. You've been very respectful to each other, which is great.
we know we've worked hard. We've had enough time. We've put in the graft, the grind. Boxing camp is very serious and very strenuous. A lot of people don't understand that. They just think it's always fun and stuff. It's not.
No,
But at the end of the day, it's the fruits of our labor will show come June 7th. We knock 10 bells of shit out of each other, and then we shake hands. We gain a lot of respect. It's a funny sport, is boxing, because there's a lot of hatred. Not in this case. This is just a fight, with a belt on the line. So there's a lot on the line. In some cases, there's that genuine stuff. But even afterwards, once you fight, you gain a lot of respect for each other, because you've literally shared the ring and you've given it your best. There's people that handle grudges and stuff the wrong way in the street. We're handling it as professionals. This is business at the end of the day. It is, belts on the line, and after, there's nothing but love for Ziggy Johnson. I've got nothing but love for him now. He's been very respectful to me as well. So
yeah.
I will knock 10 bells of shit out of him in that ring, as he's going to try and knock 10 bells of shit out of me to be here. But you know what? May the best man win. June 7th, I am the best man, because I'm going to win. I've worked too hard.
Yeah, 100%. Best of luck to both of you, but that is
Thank you.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Hope you enjoyed that interview that I just filmed. So now I'm going to talk about my sponsor, Trap Time. So once you order Trap Time, you should get one of these cards, and it's got a QR code on the back. You can order whatever you want. You can order hats, t-shirts, tracksuits, whatever. They're a really good clothing bar, really, really good clothing brand. They got comfy t-shirts, comfy hats, like what I just said. But yeah, I just want to thank them again for sponsoring me.